I got a few things. Hey there, Book Dragons. I am so glad that you are here with me today. I've got a little bit of a haul to share with you. Now, as with my previous hauls, it is things that I have hauled over the course of several months. I don't do a regular monthly haul, but, after I've accumulated a few small purchases, I usually drop in here and share what I've got. So if you have snacks or drinks that you would like to consume while watching this video, go ahead and grab those now. Pause right here. And if you're here with me and ready to go, let's get to it. So I'm going to start with the books, and then I do have one other item that I'll share at the end of this that is not a book. So the first book on this haul is Nobody's Baby by Olivia Waite. This is the second book in a mystery novella series. The first book was Murder by Memory, and I really enjoyed Murder by Memory. And I forget the name of the detective in this story. Dorothy Gentleman. Yeah, Dorothy Gentleman is the detective in this story. And it's a sci-fi detective story, sci-fi mystery. I love stuff like that. And it's set in the far future on a generation ship, and she solves mysteries that come up while on this generation ship. And it's a really cool concept. I highly recommend the first book. And this book apparently is about a baby that is born on the generation ship when kids aren't really supposed to be born on the generation ship, apparently. So something new and different that's a first for them. So I'm pretty excited about this, and eventually I'll get to read it. It's a really short book, so I'm sure it'll be a quick read, and I've heard really good things about it. So there's that one. So the next book here is a book that I have heard a lot about from a few channels. One channel in particular is Jessica over at Jessica's Library Card. I really think you should check her out. Jessica's amazing. And I have heard so many good things from her and a couple of other booktubers about The Last Gifts of the Universe by Riley August. And I don't know a whole lot about it. I know the general premise. I'm just going to kind of go into it blind. But when I saw it on Jessica's channel, I was immediately hooked. I'm like, oh, that sounds like just the book for me. And it has a cat in it. There's a cat right on the cover, as you can see. I'm really, really excited. So I will eventually be reading this book and letting you all know what I think. But yeah, I'm so excited. It's a really, really smashing cover. I mean, look at that cover. That's just really unique and different, and I'm here for it. The next book on this list is a book by one of my favorite fantasy authors that is actually a mystery. And it's co-authored, okay? So V.E. Schwab decided to co-author a mystery novel with Kat Clark, I believe is the other author's name. Yes, Kat Clark. And so they got together and they came up with the pseudonym of Evelyn Clark. And this is The Ending Writes Itself. And apparently some writers go away to this retreat and they end up having to solve a murder while they're writing their murder mystery novels. That's kind of what I think I understand about it, but I don't know a whole lot about it. Again, this is another book I want to kind of go in blind and find out. But I love V.E. Schwab. She's one of my favorite authors, and I love mysteries. So when I heard about this, I'm like, oh, well, there's no way that I can pass that up. I have to own it, I have to read it, and I will read it eventually. So this is really exciting for me. The next book on this haul is a book that I have already read a long time ago. But I read the original version, and it has since been updated by the author. And that is The Dark Thorn by Sean Speakman. This is an urban fantasy. It's an urban portal fantasy, actually, because it switches between our world in modern day and the Fey world of Annwn. And the main character in the story is the bearer of a sword known as the Dark Thorn. And it has some Arthurian ties to it as well. There's a lot of stuff wrapped up in this story. It's an excellent, excellent book. And this is the version that he said he always wanted it to be. So it's updated. I'll be curious to reread it and see what the updates are. But this cover is so awesome. The original cover was good too, don't get me wrong. I'll see if I can find a picture of the original cover and toss it up here, or here. But it's really a great cover, but I like this one so much better. And this was a Kickstarter, or a backer kidder. Is that such a thing, a backer kidder? Yeah, it was a crowdfunding campaign. I contributed to that crowdfunding campaign 2 years ago, guys. 2 summers ago, summer of 2024. And it finally came in. And I absolutely love this cover. Oh, and it's got some other stuff with it as well. It's got a fancy schmancy bookmark with it. And it's got some giant tarot cards that go with the story. And I love it. He did this with another book of his that I own, The King Killing Queen, and I got some tarot cards with that one as well. But yeah, just such a good book, and I'm glad it finally came in. I was worried that I was going to have to shoot an email off and say, hey, you're going to need to change my address to Washington so I don't miss the book. But it did finally ship and came in before I moved, so that was good. The Dark Thorn by Sean Speakman. I'm super excited. And the final book on this haul is another favorite author of mine, and that is Katherine Arden. And she wrote the Winternight Trilogy, which is one of my favorite series, and it's called The Unicorn Hunter. And I don't know a whole lot about this book, but I know it involves unicorn hunters, and I know it's a historical fantasy, which that's kind of her thing. She writes a lot of historical fiction fantasies. The Winternight Trilogy is set in early Russia, so it's got a historical backdrop as well, and has a lot of elements that go along with that time period. And I'm sure this will be no different. I don't know a whole lot about it. Again, I'm just going in blind, but she's one of my favorite authors, and I'm going to read this book. It will happen. I don't know when, but it will happen. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that book. And that cover, again, I love a really good cover, and this is just beautiful. I love the colors on that as well. So, and yes, I need to take the Barnes & Noble sticker off of there, so I will eventually. And then I mentioned to you guys that I had something else in this haul that is not book related. I am a huge fan of Gundam. I have a very special place in my heart for all things Gundam. So if you guys have ever watched Mobile Suit Gundam or any of the other spin-offs from that series, you know what I'm talking about. And I just recently finished watching Gundam Wing with my son, and we watched the Endless Waltz movie recently, which is kind of a continuation of the story from the original Gundam Wing series. So, I recently went to a place called Toy Temple. Such a cool name. And I got the Death Scythe Hell Edition. This is the Master Grade build kit for the Death Scythe Hell Edition. This is the Gundam Death Scythe, and I know it's going to take a long time to put together, so I probably won't be doing it before we move, but I'll see if I can get the glare off of that so you guys can see it. But it's it's a model kit, and I am so flippin' excited to eventually build this. I am a huge fan of all the Gundams from Gundam Wing. They are just some of the best designs ever, and I especially like the designs from Endless Waltz. And so eventually I'll probably be trying to collect all the Gundams from Endless Waltz. But yeah, I am super stoked about this. So that is the other thing that I had to talk about today. Not book related, but it's definitely nerd related. And as you know, I'm pivoting my channel into more of a nerdy hobby channel, about books, but also movies and TV shows and, toys related to TV shows, all the nerdy things. So I'm so happy to have this. And yeah, I saw it and I'm like, oh, that's going to have to be a thing. So that's all I got, guys. That's all I want to talk about in this haul. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below if you read any of these books I shared. Let me know if you're a fan of Gundam 2. Are you a fan of Gundam Wing? We could have some camaraderie in the comments and geek out and nerd out. Let me know. I would love to talk with you in the comments, and thank you for tuning in today. If you want to watch more of the content that I put out, here's some ideas on the end screen at the end. And until next time, I hope you have a magnificent weekend, and I will talk with you soon.